Yo, what's up guys? Epic Blogman here again. I'm back with another video for you this time, and it is something different. So, recently I bought the third-party Advance of Zeta expansion kits, which are made in China. These aren't official by Bandai. Normally I don't buy third-party kits, but I want to see if these hold up and if the plastic is brittle or, all that stuff. But here's the front of the box right here. As you can see, this is the gigantic arm unit right here. This is for the high grade. If you look at the back here, we got the arms, which if you don't know, these are basically Psycho Gundam arms. And that's like the attachment piece right here. Actually, before I even go any further, for those that are confused, Advance of Zeta is basically a canon Gundam timeline from the UC universe, and the original story, Flag of the Titans, came out in 2002, and currently we have AOZ Reboot, which is 2018 to current time. But anyhow, so let's kind of open this up. So what do we have for runners for this gigantic arm unit? Well, we've got runner XE2, which is basically, I have two of these here, but these are the yellow parts that go to the fingers and I think to the shoulder part. I'm actually going to repaint these yellow fingers to be red to kind of be more in line with Advance of Zeta. And I might repaint these, or at least this part, to white. But yeah, that's runner XE2. This next runner doesn't even have a number on it, but this is more shoulder parts. I mean, excuse me, not shoulder parts, arm parts, like for the wrist, like the big bulky parts here. Next is runner XE3, which is actually the shoulder parts, like the armor parts. Covers that. What do we got next? Let's see. We've got two runners for runner XF, which looks like it's part of the wrist and the attachment point I mentioned earlier. Yeah, you can see I have another one here. And lastly, we have two XE1 runners, which is basically the gray parts for like the joint parts, the bending parts, the hand, the fingers, or like the things that hold the fingers up there. Yeah, kind of, there we go. Alright, now let's take a look at the Hrududu 2 unit. Now, for those that are unaware of Advance of Zeta stuff, the Hrududu 2 is basically an expansion unit that I guess increases flight, but also can hold like attachments. Again, this Hrududu unit can hold the Psycho Gundam arms, pretty much. And then if we spin this around, that's what it looks like. You got, I think these are supposed to be beam cannons, and then these are the parts that go on its shoulders. And these things open up and can actually hold like a beam rifle, I believe. At least on the Hrududu, if I'm pronouncing that right. The TR5 Gaplant Hrududu. Yeah, I might be pronouncing that wrong, but yeah, that one. Alright, but anyhow, let's open up the Hrududu 2 unit. Alright, to start off with the Hrududu unit, we have two XB runners, which are gray runners here. These are pretty much the workings for this, to get it to bend and twist and move around. So this comes with two of these. There you go, you can see it a little bit better. You also get runner XC, which is the white or off-gray white color. This is for like the beam cannons, and then there's some points in here like this right here. This is actually a chest attachment point for the Hazel 2, the TR6 Hazel 2, the Woundboard Hazel 2. The naming convention in Advance of Zeta for the Woundboard and Hazel gets really confusing. But anyhow, you also have a drum frame parts right here, which is pretty interesting. But yeah, you get two of these. Next we have runner XA, which is more gray parts, and I believe some of these are attachment points to attach it to the shoulders or the legs, I believe. But yeah, that's pretty cool. And finally we have, let's see, runner XD, which are black parts, which this right here is part of the beam rifle here. It's pretty big. You get 2 of these as well. Probably get it, there we go. You can kind of see how big that piece is. But yeah, that's really about it for the unboxing. Next I'm going to show you it fully attached to the wound wart that I have. Oh, I almost forgot one thing. These do come with manuals actually. And the funny part is they're actually set up almost like a Bandai one. Like the photographs look exactly the same. Even the text. I mean, there's some text that's misspelled, but you know, that usually happens with a lot of these like third-party kits from China. But literally, other than that, it's pretty much like virtually the same. It actually shows you how to attach it to a Hazel 2, a Heisenthe or Hazenthe. I can never pronounce that one right. I think it's Heisenthe. But mainly it shows you how to attach it to a wound wart, a Heisenthe, Hazel, any of like the TR6, TR1 stuff. It'll show you. The gigantic arm unit also comes with a manual, but it's much more simple because it's pretty straightforward. There's not that many parts. But yeah, it's interesting though. There's actually not that many parts. Like there's not that many runners in this kit. It's kind of surprising. Alright, and here is the Hrududu 2 and gigantic arm unit on my Ray Xeon wound wart. As you can see, this thing is a monster. So the only thing I repainted on this was the fingers. Originally they were orange, but I repainted them to red. And then I have the beam rifles on the side here. This thing is so back heavy that I'm probably going to need to buy 2 stands for it. It literally fell off my action base. The one that comes with this wound wart kit, it actually fell off of it. But yeah, this is awesome. The plastic quality was good. It plugged in no problem. The color separation is good. And this kit even had undergated parts, which is really cool. But I wish I could kind of go through this with you guys, but the problem is I'm afraid to move it because I feel like things are going to fall off of this. But yeah, I guess that's really about it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I might be the first person to actually review this because I actually haven't seen anybody review this on YouTube before. So I'm glad to share this with you. See ya. Bye.